Alright guys, welcome to the channel. It's Clinton from CNC Equipment. If you guys have not been following along, you've been missing out. We've got a cool project going on. It doesn't look like much right now, but we're building a crew cab M35 M3060 military truck. So if you've missed out on all the other videos, I'll put a link in the description down below. We'll take you to the group of videos and you guys can check those out. There's probably 4 or 5 videos before this one on this truck. So I made a playlist of this truck so you can click on it and watch all the other videos. And so, get you guys up to speed real quick. If you don't know, we were going to build an expedition type camper. We've got a camper already to put on the back of it. I'm gonna sit on the back. We're gonna do a crew cab. We're gonna have 2 cabs on there. We're gonna add another cab to that. We're repowering it with the DT466, and our project today is we're looking at transmission. So these axles are super low geared, as I said previously in the other videos. So we've been looking for overdrive option. I can't get any gear sets anymore for these axles. We was going to try a 5-ton transfer case that was overdriven. Just wasn't going to work out with our axle drops and stuff. So we're going to stick with the 2.5-ton transfer case, and that led us on a little journey yesterday. Kevin Witten helped us on. So found a sweet deal on a truck on Marketplace. I'll put a picture here. It had the Allison MD3060 transmission in it, which has 2 overdrives in it. So it's going to get us where we need, but it will still run off a mechanical engine. And so found a truck on Facebook. It actually was not this truck. It was the one with the big floater tires on it that you just seen in the picture. But we couldn't pass up a super sweet deal because this one was cheap. So we got a good deal, package deal. End up getting a big floater truck too. So this truck here supposedly run a couple years ago. The guy actually bought this truck to put an engine in the big floater truck that blowed up. So this truck's so rusty. What'd you find over there? Somebody's been putting some rust converter primer. Maybe you need to start. I can kind of see it's not working real well. You guys can see all that. I don't think it worked real good.
I think it did. It probably didn't follow all the
instructions.
instructions.
Double framed and it's frame jack, something awful. So yeah, they didn't follow instructions, sure. This truck's too rusty. This truck's too rusty to do anything with. I think it's a low mileage truck. It's showing 6,200 hours and 41,000 miles, which is probably true. It does have the Allison 6-speed shifter in it, so we do not know if this truck runs. Guy told us it did. He bought it for the engine. We're hoping to use the transmission out of this truck. If not, we've got another option. The other truck's got the same transmission in it. You guys can see that's one of those new lightweight battery boxes there. So Kevin's got us a battery on there. Did you check all the fluids on this dude?
All of them but this here skin.
So our plan is we're going to try to fire this thing up. If it runs, take it for a test drive. Make sure it goes through all the gears. I'm awful hopeful too, ain't I? If it runs. So we did pull the transmission out of this truck, or this truck over here earlier, because it's just a regular 4-speed Allison. It does not have the overdrive. So I'll stick a little clip in here of us pulling it out. Alright, so getting ready to take the old transmission out. I took all the flex plate bolts out of the torque converter there. You guys can see where I took that one off in there. I think there's about 6 of them or so. Kevin's got us hooked up here. I'm gonna undo this last bolt. Should pop loose. Where'd my forklift operator go? Go up a little bit. Alright. You got side shift to your left. That's it. Going up. Straight up. running transmission. All right, so Kevin's topping off some power steering fluid there. Do we see if we even have fuel in here? I wonder what it smells like. She's pretty empty.
Minor fuel.
It's got a little bit in it.
Minor fuel leak.
Minor fuel leak. I've seen fuel on the bottom of this filter, maybe. Red fuel. We know that's not right.
That's always good.
So Kevin's topping off the power steering. You're real hopeful this truck's gonna run and drive, aren't you?
It's gonna work.
So, are you ready to hook the battery cable up over here?
Not there, bud.
Oh, you're done ready to melt.
I'm ready to light.
You're ready to light her up.
Get can of ether.
Oh, the dome light's on up there.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, I wonder if the buzzer
That means
works.
my master electrical work.
Oh. Are you doing the honors? You want me to go up there?
Oh man.
Look, the gauges are cycling back.
I'd really love to watch this thing
It
take
says
off.
do not shift. What's that mean?
Don't let that bother you.
You think it's gonna run away? Don't give it any fuel right now. In case the fuel rack wants to stick. How's that going for you? I'm guessing the starter's a little rusty. You want a hammer? Yeah. We'll grab a hammer. That thing's rusted, been sitting. I felt like we just dealt with this situation. What was we working on? Was it the multi-fuel? Forklift. You ready? This battery cable's loose as a goose here, Kevin. I think we're gonna have to regroup. You're gonna have to tighten that up. We'll tighten that up and see what happens. All right, you ready to try it again? Oh, it helps if you hook the battery up, huh? Safety first.
Did you get a shot of my battery cable?
Your super sweet battery cables?
I feel like I nailed it personally.
It is. I like the tape wrap on
Safety?
that hop on. Yeah, safety first.
These are called battery extenders.
So we went to pick this truck up yesterday. The batteries, there were 3 batteries still in that box, but there was just...
2.5 were hanging out.
Yeah, the cables was the only thing holding them in there, so... All right, you ready for the thunder?
Here we go. So confident I'm not even getting up there.
So, listen, I don't think it's working. Let me get a tester and we'll see what's happening. All right, we've done a little testing on the starter and it's getting power, but the solenoid's of course rusty and sticking. So we got this super sweet tool here. You ready? So, now what? We're gonna throw a starter on it? That looks like a good time. Who does that sort of thing?
The thing ran when it came in.
Rain, wind, park.
Facebook Marketplace would never lie to us like this.
Nobody would lie to us, would they?
Facebook Marketplace.
No, nobody lies on Facebook
There's
Marketplace.
nothing shady on there.
It ran, wind, park, bub.
I always put the most honest ads on Facebook Marketplace.
So we can either take that rusty solenoid off or take the starter off. And it's only sending, so we got 12 volts on the top side and it's only got a 1/2 volt coming through it, so definitely got some rusty terminals. All right, it's been, how long has it been? About an hour?
Yeah.
We finally got this starter off.
Oh my gosh.
There's still 2 sockets attached to it too.
They're free.
Yeah. So one's 11/16 and the other one's 18 millimeter. It's supposed to be 3/4,
Yep.
but they shrunk.
They're
They got a little
shrinking.
rusty. So I took the starter off the 466 that's in that truck.
In about a minute and a half.
Yeah, I think I did it in about 30 seconds. And an hour later, me and Kevin got the other starter out. A little rusty down in there, no, we'll have to say. So we did test this one here. That's why we got the jump pack out. Made sure that one was good before we went to all this trouble again. And we're gonna slam that dude back in there. This thing's rusted up, won't even turn, move, or do anything, so. So rather than mess with it, we're gonna put this one in it and see if she runs.
Way to go. You broke it.
Are you ready? You about broke. You got your toolbox is getting full there. We got the starter back on there. Is it gonna start now? This is what, about 3 hours later, I think.
It's gonna start.
See if it even turns over.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What?
Did you hear that? What's the fuel situation?
Oh, she's on the E line, baby.
Yeah, the tank. Let me look back down in here. It's probably lost its prime, rusted fuel lines.
Ether takes all of that.
Yeah, so it's pretty empty. It's got some in it.
Can't let the day end like this.
How about some ether? That'll fix it.
Let that heifer eat some ether.
She needs a little juice. You getting some ether, Andy? It probably needs primed up and everything else. All right, you ready? Oh, that's the good stuff. It's just running on ether. I think we're gonna have to get some fuel up to her. She's dry as a bone.
That's promising. At least it hit and started
Yeah,
for a second.
it run for a little bit. Probably I'll unhook the battery for the day and we'll come in all fresh tomorrow and get some fuel up in her. She'll run.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, she'll run. Get a fresh tank of cold fuel in it in the morning, she'll fire right off, won't she?
That's right.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. All right, so I dumped 5 gallons of fuel in the tank. Kevin's actually gonna shoot a little air in the tank here. I got the bleeder screw open on the pump right here. We're gonna make sure we got fuel up. You ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna put a little air in there. There we go. Okay. That should be good. Oh, had some pressure on her.
Wanted to make sure it got there.
All right, so we may have to crack the injectors. You want to see if it'll fire again? What's it smell like? Diesel fuel?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see if she'll. You ready to pull that kill cable up there in case she tries to take off? Try one more time. I think she just ran on ether.
Yeah, you weren't smoking the second time.
I'll try to crack these injector lines here. It's still got some air in it. Kevin's gonna shoot a little more air in it and then we'll crack some injectors and okay. I'm gonna crack these injectors, or attempt to. They're a little rusty. See if we can get some air out of the fuel lines that way. Kevin's going to try to start it up here again. Is that what's going on?
Go for it.
And if it runs, and you're going to try to, you may not have any brakes.
No, I don't think.
We might have to see where that big air leak's coming from. Ready? All right, we got the air leak fixed up there. Kevin's tying down her.
Some of my finest work here.
Where'd you find that bungee cord at? You think that's gonna work?
Oh boy, this one doesn't even have any stretch.
Why is he
left
up there messing with my truck? Some people. It sounds exhaust related. So what we're gonna do now, we're going to back this thing out, see if transmission works, maybe take it on a little test drive.
That's right.
We'll go for a drive. All right, so we got her outside.
Oh God, there's no step down here.
Was it gone?
Yeah, it's just a bar.
We got transmission seems to be working. What's the mode? Economy or non-economy? Oh, that even lit up. We're going a half a mile an hour. Oh, it works.
Turn the plow, drop the plow.
We don't have nothing there, bud. We're gonna do some donuts.
Hey, pull that air horn. Now we're talking. She's a smooth, you know, a lot like
There's third gear. Are we gonna have to go out in the road or what?
yeah. I mean, I hope so, because she's so smooth, it's like a Cadillac. It's just floating across this parking lot.
Hey, look over there.
Oh, boys.
It's Gravedigger.
She's a beaut. My
We're only in second gear.
non-air ride seat is
How's that going for
it's
you?
it's a bit of a rough ride.
Well, we're gonna take it out on the road.
Yep.
I'll turn my park lights on so we look cool.
Turn your traction control off.
Oh, this light's on. Your light on?
Oh yeah. Here we go, boys.
Which way you want to go?
Better go down the straightaway. I'd hate for it to lose a turn.
Think we'll see a burnout?
Oh!
Here we go for second.
Yeah, I do it. It's better this way. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. We're good. We're back.
We're in fifth gear. We're gonna hit six.
Yeah, hit 6. We'll die like real men. We're getting there.
What's the mode back there? Oh, there we got 6.
Oh,
Overdriven.
that's cruise mode there.
You don't drive too bad other than the steering wheel's off.
Yeah. good old
We
truck.
need to do another burnout.
Yeah, it's only important. Most important thing today.
The old truck runs pretty good though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think we found a good transmission.
That's right.
Now it's going to be all hot when we take it out.
We'll let Wayne do it. It's better that way.
I should have turned around there, you know.
That's all right. There's another road up ahead. How's everything looking back here?
You got any oil leaking out?
No, I don't see no blood trail. Should be good.
It's kind of a long way from my shop to
break down?
yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. Lick Creek's up here. Semi can get to Lick Creek. All right. The moment you've been waiting for. Biting too good. I think she's a keeper.
All right, so we got done for a little test drive. Got the truck back in the shop. Everything checked out good. Motor's running excellent. Transmission shifted fine. I believe those miles and hours are probably true. So I had some people asking about these column lifts. These are, I think they're rated at 13,000 pounds a piece. They're made by a company called Rotary down in Madison, Indiana. They're all wireless, so Kevin's got a remote control. He's actually turning them all on, linking them up right now. You got to do them in a certain order. That one's good. So once he gets all these linked up, he will be able to pick the truck up just with that remote. These have batteries in them. You have to recharge them every so often, so it's not something we'll use all the time. They are handy when you need them. Move them around anywhere you want, outside, wherever. So. All right, Kevin's got all the 4 columns linked together. He's getting ready to pick them up with this remote right here. Ready? Are you at 5'9" or 6'2"? Harbor come down a little bit. We'll set her on the stops and we'll see what's up. So he's got a button there and just set it on all the locks. Those lights will all turn green up here when you're down on all the stops. So our plan is we're gonna yank that transmission out, get the fluids drained out of it, because we're gonna use that overdrive transmission in that truck. It's got, like I say, 5th and 6th gears overdriven. So it ought to give us a nice road speed, but we put it through its paces, got her warm, as you guys seen and everything, so we feel real confident in it. But we're gonna get some lights up under here.
Some safety glasses.
Safety glasses so we don't get rust in her face, and we'll get her apart. All right, so I've been busy with customers. Kevin's been in here working, taking this transmission out. He got the torque converter bolts out of the flywheel up here on the engine. Draining the fluid out right now. I got the cooler lines loose. I think you got the wiring harness off of it. We did get the drive shaft out of it. So I think it's got the bolts out of the top too. So next thing we'll do, we'll get the tranny jack in here, get the rest of the bolts busted loose around here, and then we'll get her pulled out. Got the tranny out of there. What the back of that motor looks like. Not too bad a shape. Still warm from where we drove it. So, I'll get that dipstick off there. What's next? Try to fit it in that other truck now? Yeah, we're gonna get her fit, get her mounted on the forklift, and try to stick it in the, man, you got a mess over here. I'll try to get her stuck up in that truck over there.
That's what it takes.
All right, so we run into major problems. You guys can see this is our flex plate off that truck over there. And it has a whole bunch of bolts in it. How many bolts we got in that one? So this is a piece off the back of this old motor. It's in the truck here. You guys can see there's a totally different bolt pattern going on there. So the crankshaft has a different bolt pattern on this older DT466 than that newer version up there. So we're facing a dilemma. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna throw this one in the pond. Make a boat anchor out of it.
So what he's trying to say is, I think the last couple days I've been messing on this is pretty much a waste of our time. If we're gonna use that transmission.
It's a good idea.
So those front motor mounts are definitely different on that newer motor in there. We think the side ones might be the same. So our only we're hoping.
This mission's heading down.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'm about ready to go dig a hole and drive it under.
This is why it's called custom.
Yeah,
Because you cuss
this is
a ton.
This is the stuff that people don't see.
Now, who gave you the dumbass idea?
Don't listen to that guy over there. He told me it would all fit. We went in this wild goose chase, brought this transmission that don't fit. I mean, we could bolt it up. It's just not going to be attached to anything.
Yeah.
So our only option is now to pull that motor out of that truck and put it in here, redo some engine mounts.
Or I weld up a super sweet adapter.
Because I don't think anybody makes adapter plates for this situation. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, don't we want to pull the engine out of the mud monster out back?
No. I already got somebody wanting to buy this truck because they want the super sweet Gravedigger truck out there too, but thinking we're going to have to hold off on that. So our plan of attack is now, since this transmission plate is different, Kevin has talked me into yanking this motor out, ain't you?
Oh, I done talked you hard, let me tell you.
Well, we know this motor's good. You guys seen that just a few minutes ago, doing some super sweet burnout. So this motor has no blow by or anything. So I guess we'll pull it out, fit it back in that truck, redo the motor mounts I spent all the time making, and
Maybe we'll do it fast forward.
fast forward. So this is only gonna look like 30 seconds on video.
Yeah, but it'll still be the rest of my life.
Yeah.
If my hair starts going gray by the end of it, and I have a full beard.
Yeah, you guys see it turn summertime out there, you know that. When the leaves are on the trees.
Go to sleeveless shirts.
Yeah, when you guys see us in t-shirts and shorts, you'll know we're back on track. So I guess we're gonna pull that motor out. That's the fun part of these projects. You never know what you're getting into.
Hey, we're gonna toss the cat off of it?
But somebody is really gonna appreciate it when it's all done, I hope. So we're gonna get that doghouse out, get that motor pulled out of there. I'm not gonna bore you guys with pulling that out because who knows, we may do it 2 or 3 more times, right, Kevin?
I'm excited.
We'll get this out, and then probably later on in the summer, we'll get.
About October.
Yeah, about October. It's what, January now? About October, we'll be back putting that in there. So we're gonna get all this crap off here. We might set you guys up on time lapse too. So maybe what, an hour of work could turn into about 5 minutes of video.
Yeah.
We'll get this motor out, get this piece of junk out of here, and then we'll regroup. Alright, you guys watched this. We got all the crap out of the way of the motor. It wasn't too bad. How long did that take us? 45 minutes? Not bad. We junkyard styled it. We cut a lot of crap.
We did it the right way.
He's gonna go get the jib boom. We got the motor mounts unbolted. So we're hoping just to pick it up and set her out. Alright, you ready? Back up a little. Oh, we're hitting the firewall. Can you back up some more? Oh, now go up a little bit. Make sure everything's good on the other side. Hold up. Still cash pump.
It goes with the engine as far as the package. Remember? Stop it.
Get a cutter. What? Cutter. What? Cutter. What? All right, there she is. You did it. I think we got an oil leak over here. Going outside with her. Might go down a little bit. That's it. Just that easy. What a mess. Well, all right guys, so we got the motor out of there. You've seen the fight we've been fighting all day. Transmission don't fit. The engine. It's been one of those days, hasn't it?
Success.
I think this video is probably getting pretty long. So our plan was, when we started this video, was to pull the tranny out and put the transfer case in that truck. Which, I mean, we could have bolted it together, it just wouldn't have worked internally. So, I think this video is getting long, like I just said. I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. Guys, let me know in the comments if you like seeing this stuff. If you don't, let me know. I don't know how much you want to see us dragging on, but we've been messing around here all day just trying to get stuff mocked up, but we had fun messing with the truck. It does run good and everything. So next video we'll be dropping that into that truck over there, taking that other older 466 out. I think I'm gonna have to get this engine cradle here and probably take that cross member out. Once we do that, we're probably going to try to intercool this motor, because this motor out here is actually intercooled. It's a little higher horsepower. It's going to be good in the long run if we can get it all to work out. It's going to be a tight fit, so pretty windy out here today. That's our plan for the next video, so definitely let me know in the comments you like seeing this stuff. Give me a thumbs up, it helps you out a lot. So we're going to get this big old mess cleaned up. We'll see you guys next time.